Hello and a very warm welcome. I welcome you all to a fresh new episode of Science Monitor, our weekly update on all that is happening in the field of science and technology in and around the country. In today's segment, besides the new exciting news on Jupiter to a diagnosis kit for septicemia, we will also introduce you to our special guest, Dr. Shibashish Giri. But first, let's take a look at the headlines. Jupiter, the oldest planet, claims study. Goodbye plug points, DNA nanogenerators are here. Diagnosing septicemia made easy, bedside device comes as a relief. Novel low-cost pipe joining machine, students venture to save water. And in our segment today, we will meet scientist Dr. Shibashish Giri and discuss about his work on stem cells. We all know that Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. But a new fact has surfaced which might make Jupiter the oldest planet along with the largest. Yes, based on a recent study, scientists suggest that Jupiter must have formed within 4 million years of the formation of the Sun. The study not only throws light on many other aspects of our solar system, but will also further the insights on the formation of Jupiter.
Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system, is also the oldest, suggests new study. This astonishing theory has been proposed by the researchers of Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory in the US, who have been using isotope signatures of meteorites, which in turn are derived from asteroids, to detect Jupiter's age. This is the first time that such study has been undertaken to date the age of Jupiter, which is a daunting task as we do not yet have any samples from Jupiter. According to the team of researchers, the tungsten and molybdenum isotopes in the meteor samples suggest that they have come from two different nebular reservoirs about 1 to 4 million years after the solar system formed. This separation of nebular reservoirs suggests that Jupiter must have been existing at the time, preventing the exchange of material between the two reservoirs. This theory of Jupiter acting as a barrier also explains why our solar system lacks any super-Earths. The studies also suggest that formation of Jupiter's solid core is consistent with the core accretion model of giant planet formation, and that the Jupiter core must have formed before dissipation of the solar nebula, the gaseous circumstellar disk surrounding the young Sun. With this, Jupiter easily becomes the oldest planet in our solar system, say estimated to have formed within 4 million years after the formation of the Sun. According to the experts, the study opens up new avenues for understanding how the solar system evolved towards its present-day architecture.
Needless to say, our daily lives have become heavily dependent on our mobile phones. But we must agree charging them can be a real hassle, especially when traveling. But now it is time to say goodbye to plug points and mobile chargers, as researchers have come up with a technique to charge mobile phones using body movements. The technology has been developed by scientists at the Jadavpur University, Kolkata. The team has developed a DNA-based nano generator which can convert the energy of body movements to electricity.
And depend upon our simple body movement to charge our phones. Yes, this may now be possible with the super smart DNA-based nano generators, developed by a team of researchers under the leadership of Dr. Deepankar Mandal from the Organic Nano Piezoelectric Device Laboratory, Jadavpur University, Kolkata. The team has developed a novel kind of nano generator using a biocompatible polymer film made out of polyvinylidene fluoride or PVDF.
Our idea, if we can able to make it the self power, because this nano generator is so sensitive, and we can take the energy from our everyday motions, from the living environment, for example, from walking, talking, even from the blood flow and wind and any sorts of energy, because it is ultra sensitive to the vibrations. And as our portable devices is becoming smaller and smaller, so the requirements is power is also smaller, and that can be fulfilled by this kind of generators, mechanical energy harvester we sometimes say.
The device is based on the science of piezoelectric effect, which refers to the ability of certain materials to generate electricity in response to applied mechanical stress. The generator can harvest energy from everyday motion, like tapping a phone, and turn it into electrical power. To add to the efficiency, the researchers have incorporated DNA into the device, which, due to its ability to conduct electricity, increases the energy harvesting ability of the device. The team has demonstrated that the device can be powered with gentle tapping and can light up 22 to 55 light-emitting diodes. Going a step ahead, the team has further designed novel nano generators using cellulose, the most abundant biopolymer on Earth.
As our materials made with the piezoelectric materials, the flexible piezoelectric materials, so our device, you can able to fold it, you can place into your shoe, and you can walk and
other movements like heartbeats, blood flow. The research that has been published in the journal ACS Applied Materials and Interfaces opens up a new area of novel energy storage devices that are more efficient, environment-friendly, safe to use, and most importantly, biodegradable.
Septicemia or sepsis is a toxic condition that claims many lives every year globally. Let alone developing nations, the condition is a leading cause of death even in countries with advanced healthcare facilities. Here comes a low-cost, easy-to-use bedside device which will ensure quick diagnosis of septicemia. The device, which has been developed by the researchers of Delhi University, has the potential to save many lives in coming years.
Fever, increased heart rate, confusion, dropping blood pressure and platelet count, organ failure. These are but the few symptoms of a life-threatening condition called septicemia or sepsis. Invasion of the bloodstream by virulent microorganisms, and especially bacteria along with their toxin, from local site of infection, accompanied especially by chills, fever and prostration, also called blood poisoning. A leading cause of death worldwide, septicemia needs quick diagnosis within few hours or the chances of death are quite high. Traditionally, septicemia is diagnosed through blood culture, which require approximate 4 days for results. But now, detecting septicemia has been made quick and easy with the Bedside Septicemia diagnosis device developed by an IIT Delhi researcher, Professor Shalini Gupta, in collaboration with Dr. Venkatraman Sridharan of Global Medical Education and Research Foundation, Hyderabad. The device is a colorimetric rapid car test which detects the levels of endotoxin in human blood serum. These endotoxins are major constituent of the cell wall of gram-negative bacteria, which reside in human gut and are known to cause sepsis. The science behind the technology is fairly simple and involves use of an antibiotic called colistin, which can bind to endotoxins. Colistin combined with gold nanoparticles, which are red in color, when added to human serum samples, blind to the endotoxins depending upon their concentration in blood. As the concentration of endotoxins in blood increases with the severity of infection, the binding of drug gold complex also increases and the color of red deepens, indicating the extent of infection.
As we take a drop of blood from, let's say, a patient, and then we put the drop of blood, process it to remove the red part, the RBC part. We process it to bring it to a plasma or a serum level. We then take this drop and put it on the membrane. Now, this membrane has specific affinity for the biomarker we are looking at, in this case the endotoxin. The endotoxin gets bound, rest of the liquid sort of flows through. Now we have these special particles that we have designed in our lab, which actually have been optimized to only bind to this particular biomarker. So when we inject this suspension of particles on top of the membrane, everywhere where there is no biomarker, you get a clear background, but only where the endotoxin exists, you get a concentration dependent color intensity spot, a colorimetric spot appearing, and this happens within 5 minutes.
On the contrary, when sample from a healthy person is placed on the membrane of the device, there is no binding to endotoxins and the gold nanoparticles pass through the membrane, showing no color. Besides quick and easy diagnosis, the added advantages of the device includes its low cost, disposable nature, and that its operation doesn't require highly trained manpower and sophisticated microbiology laboratory. The device, for its innovative design and potential application, has been awarded the Gandhian Young Technology Innovation recently. The device, already validated on 80 sepsis samples, is set to revolutionize healthcare, especially in rural areas lacking access to advanced diagnostic and healthcare facilities.
Much water can be saved from wastage through proper repairing of leaking pipes. But what are the chances of repaired pipes not leaking again? Now, reducing these chances is an innovation, a novel low-cost pipe joining machine that can prove helpful in conserving water. What is more, the machine has been developed by 2 young students in mere 15 days. Let us see this report.
While huge emphasis is placed on saving water all over the world, in many developing countries like India, low maintenance and leaky water pipes leads to much wastage of water. Leaky and bursting pipes are common in our households and agricultural lands, which on one hand can lead to shortage of water supply and on the other can cause flood-like conditions in farmlands, resulting in great losses. Tackling the problem of bursting pipes is the new low-cost PVC pipe joining machine, developed by 2 IIT students from Sonbhadra, Uttar Pradesh, Pushparaj and Shivam. The duo have developed the machine in a span of 15 days, which can be used to join 80 to 200 millimeter pipes in the shortest time possible.
हमारे यहाँ एसटीपी का पानी इसी पाइप से चारों साइड में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया जाता है, या एग्रीकल्चर में पाइप का उपयोग किया जाता है, तो पाइप लीकेज हो जाता था जगह जगह से, तो उसको लीकेज को सही करने के लिए रबड़ या प्लास्टिक किसी चीज़ से हम लीकेज को रोकते थे, तो वाटर वेस्ट जाता था, रुकता नहीं था पूरा। तो उस लीकेज को रोकने के लिए, इससे कि हमारा वाटर वेस्ट ना जाए, तो उसके लिए हमने एक सोच के एक मशीन बनाया जिससे कि हम इस पाइप का लीकेज रोक लें और ज्वाइंट अच्छे से कर लें। तो इस तरह से इस मशीन को बना करके ज्वाइंट का लीकेज रोकने हम लोग उपयोग कर रहे हैं।
This pipe joining device consists of 2 clamps to which ripped pipes can be fitted separately. After this, the ends of the pipes are heated to 180 degrees Celsius using an insulated heater, and the ends are joined together using a hydraulic jack. The adhesion of pipes creates a ring-like structure on outside and inside, which reduces the chance of leakage in the same place again.
इसमें हमने 2 क्लैंप लगाए हैं, एक फिक्स क्लैंप है, एक मूवेबल क्लैंप है। जहाँ से हमें पाइप ज्वाइंट करनी होती है वहाँ पे हम दोनों क्लैंप में पाइप को होल्ड कर देते हैं और बीच में एक इंसुलेटेड हीटर होता है जो कि पाइप के दोनों एंड्स को हीट करता है। वो समथिंग 180 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे टेम्परेचर जब देते हैं तो वो पाइप मेल्ट होना स्टार्ट होता है। मेल्ट होने से पहले हम हीटर को बाहर रिमूव कर देते हैं। उसके बाद हाइड्रोलिक प्रेशर जैक होता है, वहाँ से हम पाइप पे प्रेशर अप्लाई करते हैं, जिसके बाद वो हमारा पाइप ज्वाइंट हो जाता है।
This machine has been developed at a cost of ₹25,000 and is capable of joining pipes in a span of 20 to 25 minutes. The machine can be easily taken anywhere and it can be an immense help for the repair of broken pipes and preventing wastage of water.
And now it is time to take a very short break. We'll be back with more science news. Keep watching Science Monitor.
In our country, recycle or reuse of water is very less. There is a lot of possibility of recycling of water in domestic sector as well as in industrial sector. The estimates show that about 15% of our food production today is based on groundwater which is being mined.
Watch Eureka with Dr. Sharat Kumar Jain, Senior Scientist, National Institute of Hydrology at Roorkee, only on Rajya Sabha Television.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Science Monitor. Let us now have a look at some important science and technology activities happening in India and abroad in our next segment, Science Express.
Welcoming the 12 new circuits of NASA's 2017 astronaut class, US Vice President Mike Pence congratulated the candidates at the Johnson Space Center in Houston. The 12 candidates have been selected from a pool of 18,000 applicants. Scientists from the Chinese Academy of Sciences have recently discovered 6 dinosaur fossil beds during an excavation in Yangtze City, northeast China's Jilin province. According to the experts, the stratified colored layers at the excavation site suggest that the fossils belong to different time periods ranging between the late early Cretaceous and early late Cretaceous geological period about 100 million years ago. The theory of origin of humans in the sub-Saharan African has recently been questioned by fossil findings from Morocco. The fossils, which have been discovered from a Moroccan hillside, are 3 lakh years old, that is about 1 lakh years older than any other known remains of our species, Homo sapiens. According to the experts, the fossilized skulls with faces and teeth match people today but have archaic and elongate into the beliefs and customs of the ancient Aztecs.
From CERN to LIGO, Indian researchers have been making outstanding intellectual contributions to many large scientific projects of the world. And the scientific acumen of Indian researchers is acclaimed worldwide. Now, one among this, Dr. Subhashish Giri, whose work in the area of stem cells is exemplary. Dr. Giri, who is conducting his research at the University of Leipzig in Germany, was recently in India, and we had the chance to meet him and discuss about his life and work.
Stem cells have come as a revolutionary discovery in the area of biomedicine. Beside cornea transplants and treating damaged cardiac muscles, stem cell therapy has been bringing back many from the clutches of terminal disorders. Initiated first in 1960 by the Canadian researcher Ernest McLeod and James Still, stem cells research has gained wide popularity over the decades and today is a major research frontier with many potential applications. Along these lines is the work of Dr. Subhashish Giri, the Indian origin researcher known for his outstanding work on stem cells at the University of Leipzig, Germany.
Stem cell is just cells. It can be make any type of cells of our body. Cover the skin stem cells, like we have treated diabetic wound. So we developed some cocktails, and then we apply topically, and then skin regeneration happens. And we also try to develop some cream, and it's coming to the market in next few months.
Born in Odisha, Dr. Giri's childhood was spent like any other child of his own age. As a child who enjoyed fishing, Dr. Giri was always curious about the liver physiology of fish.
I was interested to do some research work on the liver because from my childhood I am very expert to catch fish. Then I decided to join the zoology honors, like animal science. And then I started zoology honors and I graduated, and I was the best graduate in my college in Odisha, Rairampur College. And then I did my MSc, then MPhil I did in University of Delhi. And then I decided to be a scientist, so I wanted to select Japan and Germany because I heard from my senior that these are two countries they are dedicated for research.
Dr. Giri came up with many exciting research results.
We have no holidays, hard working, so like that's the things. We did it, and still I remember when we make it liver stem cell to neuron in 3 days, I did not believe because sometimes you can get unexpected results, and then you have a question that is it mine or is it true? Then I remind that one Nobel laureate told me that science is something like that. Nonsense things can become a sense. It's a history. So then I repeat the experiment. One Nobel laureate told me that if you repeat the experiment and you got the same result, then you are right. So you need to make a more confirmation. So I repeat experiment. So that type of things I had a hard life, but I got something like wow result. So I was quite happy.
Presently, Dr. Giri works on the analysis of non-coding RNA of liver, which he claims will prove beneficial in the treatment of cancer.
It's a marker. So when you start off any cancer, just you can give some blood. We can analyze the RNA sequencing, and then we can say the microRNA analysis. Then we can say, oh, your liver is okay, your lungs is okay. So it's a middle stage. So I think after 2-3 years, it will be optimized completely. Then it is a very high sensitive marker for detection cancer at the early stage.
Dr. Giri advises students and young scholars to pursue novel and original research rather than taking the beaten paths.
They can play with stem cells. They can make a different type of stem cells, and they say, okay, I make it 3 days, I make it 4 days, I make a different combination. Maybe they use some herbal and they put it, and then they become a new cells. So it is a convenient. Also, it is a different message to the scientist and to the all people who are suffering. And also, it can be used for anti-aging. Stem cells can be used for anti-aging. It's a very high demand in the market. So it's a huge reuse of stem cells.
And that is all for today. We'll be back with fresh news stories on science and technology again next week. Till then, keep watching Rajya Sabha TV. Bye-bye.